Speaking of English, what now? Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you want to speak with, well, Trump or any people that are doing this, and that includes Canadian politicians, is it's important that we fix the way we're using language. Let's go with the English language, for example. I've said this for years. So I just posted like a letter that was shown on Democracy Now, and it says things like, Americans have voted for Trump to come in and to do these things. Now, of course, it's not like 100% of people from there that have voted for Trump to do these things. So that's one error in using language. The other thing is they're using the word Americans, and nobody's ever challenged that. So can you imagine if I was allowed to interact with these so-called powerful or important people? Of course, I define power very differently than you do, but so I would say, well, excuse me, sir, I didn't say this. What do you mean, what? Well, you're saying Americans. Who the fuck are you thinking you're American? Well, I know I was born and I still live in one of the sectors of the Americas, like the continent of America. I'm like you in North America. So did you maybe mean United States citizens? The United States of America, if you want to say citizens? Because you should, be more specific. You shouldn't just say Americans. Now, I know it's a way that's been shortened, but it's a way that's wrong, and it's a way that makes them think they can easily now colonize everybody, on this continent. So it's important to call them on that. So, for example, if I was mediating or negotiating with Trump, I would say, oh, excuse me, do you mean the word this way? Can you please get up from your seat, Mr. President? And we have this dry eraser board there. And maybe if not writing a specific definition of the word, maybe write, synonyms or a few keywords to show us what you mean by using that word. So you could try it with Americans. Can you define Americans? Okay, and then when he defines it, which will get him in a lot of trouble, and the conversation could continue from there. But let's say he defines it in a way that limits to the borders of citizenship as he defines it within, his own country. Well, then we would suggest a different term, even if it's more words, to say, okay, you mean citizens from the United States of America who have either permanent residence that you're not going to challenge or are citizens. And they could be citizens of the first generation born there that are legal there, and he might still change his mind about that. So then you might say, okay, we understand like this. And is this the definition you're going to use in 3 months, in 6 months, in a year? Because the agreements that we're getting into here, they're supposed to be long term. So it's important that we add your definition, Mr. President, to this document. And if suddenly you change the definition based on your actions without renegotiating these contracts, let's say with South American countries or Canada, then, you're proving once again, like you are currently proving a lot to the rest of the world, that your word is worth 0 American dollars. And that's how powerful you are.